Let's begin with JoyNews agenda this week, and we are focusing on dilapidated school structure across the country. Now, basic schools in the Asante Akyem North District of the Ashanti Region conduct classes in dilapidated and life-threatening structures. Cracked walls, loose door frames, falling ceilings, and foul-smelling animal droppings characterize many school buildings. Education authorities are reluctant to close down schools despite the danger they pose with loose doors and ceiling frames as well as cracked walls. Nhyiaeso takes a look at how children and teachers in the Asante Akyem North District of the Ashanti Region are compelled to contend with the inhumane conditions in the name of education.
Many basic schools in the Asante Akyem North District, like many in other parts of the country, lack basic infrastructure. Classroom blocks, teacher accommodation, and in some cases notebooks are unavailable.
If teachers do not have any decent place to lay their heads, it affects their performance. And not only that, you go to some schools and the nature of the classroom block alone demoralizes them a lot.
This is Nhyiaeso DA Basic School. It is located about 26 miles from the district capital, Agogo. With an enrollment of over 250 pupils, mostly from nearby settler farming communities, the school is one of the deprived. It has only 3 decent classrooms, which are also home for noisy African fruit bats, even during class hours. Many of the pupils here are without uniforms, footwear, and more importantly, books. A few pieces of furniture are available for these crowded classrooms, making it difficult for people to concentrate during lessons.
Whilst people are busy studying here, they are also faced with intruders who use this route as a thoroughfare, distracting the classes here. This is a dilapidated mud structure housing the class 6 here in Nhyiaeso DA Basic School. Unfortunately, the mud structure had developed cracks. Some of them have been eaten away by erosion. So it gives the students the opportunity, whilst in class, to peep outside the classroom, distracting them of what the teacher is teaching them. How does it feel to see peoples that you are in charge study under such conditions?
It's a very disturbing one, because it is within our policy to ensure that we create the necessary enabling environment where teachers can deliver at their best, where learners can also learn at their best. But looking at the nature of the structure here, you can see whether the spirit of teachers are high to deliver. Teachers can see such a community and accept persons to come and stay here and work. When parents have agreed to release their school-going age to school, they come and this is what is facing them.
This is Basic 4 classroom. A teacher is busily taking pupils through the importance of reading under this weak structure, almost a death trap. Lessons are halted and pupils evacuated anytime the clouds gather with the slightest sign of rain. Pupils in their own way have created a water canal to prevent their classroom from flooding, but that is not enough. It is also opened for unwelcome visit by all manner of animals and reptiles. For domestic animals, it is normal whether school is in session or not. Teachers say they have been living under the mercy of God's protection under this structure.
Living in these facilities like this, always we pray that God should protect us, because it's very dangerous to live in such a situation. It's very bad to live here.
Another worrying issue here is that JHS students have to travel 20 miles daily to attend school at Ananikrum. Pupils who trek daily to and from school are always at the mercy of the weather. Education authorities have converted a local Methodist church as a temporary structure to begin JHS here. Additional classrooms are needed for Form 2 and 3 for next academic year. As if that is not enough, teachers have no accommodation in this farming community. Through community initiative, a 4-bedroom mud house is under construction to help teachers who commute daily from Agogo live in the community. This is the best the community can give these teachers who have accepted postings to the community.
We are seeking for the government to help us to give us a teacher's quarters. It's very bad for us to come and live at this place.
Education authorities are worried lack of infrastructure does not only affect quality of teaching and learning, but also has long-term psychological effects on both teachers and pupils.
Seriously, it has effect on the quality that we want to make available here, the quality of the learning, the quality of the teaching, and then the quality of the learning environment. They all suffer.
This explains why schools at places like Nhyiaeso, Abrewapon, Osekrum, Ananikrum, and Efrisre have small enrollment figures. They also have one thing in common: classrooms have been invaded by African fruit bats. At Efrisre, for instance, the presence of the bats did not only cause nuisance at the local district assembly RC primary school, but also retention of pupils is becoming difficult. Almost the entire ceiling of the classroom blocks has been eaten away by the bats, making condition of the classroom blocks to deteriorate at faster pace. First-time visitors like me will always wonder if the school is in use. Ceiling frames and wooden doors have been left dangerously hanging. Concrete floors have peeled off, leaving classrooms in dust. This hen here has found a comfortable place in the corner of one of the classrooms to lay eggs. District Director of Education, Ernest Afari, admits the rate of deterioration is dangerous and worrying.
The rate of deterioration that we are seeing here cannot be described. Windows are peeling off, door frames are being removed, ceilings are falling, walls are cracking, floors are peeling off.
Despite the threat posed by the structure, education authorities have no intention to close down the school as it awaits the assembly to redeem its promise of renovating the school. Mr. Afari says there's little the directorate can do at this point.
To certainly not see, because any member of the ceiling or the roofing can fall off at any time. Most of the door frames are off, the window blades have fallen off. So who knows when one will fall off and land on an innocent people or a teacher. So, yeah, we are very much aware, but we have no other choice. That is just what we have.
Until help reaches Efrisre and several other basic schools housed in dilapidated structures, the lives of pupils and teachers will continue to be in danger. From Asante Akyem North District in the Ashanti Region, Nhyiaeso reporting.
Terrible conditions there in Asante Akyem. But it's not only basic schools in the Ashanti region which are facing challenges, because high electricity bills and cost of fueling a power generator are draining the coffers of the St. Louis Senior High School in Kumasi. Authorities say they spend over 30,000 Ghana cedis in monthly bills and double the amount to fuel the school's generator when supply from the national grid is interrupted.
Theresa Ade tells Love News the school spends over 40% of its internally generated funds on electricity at the expense of teaching and learning materials. She says the problem is compounded by frequent power outages. Ms. Ade suggests government install solar panels for supply of power to administration blocks of second cycle schools in order to reduce consumption costs.
On the average, the school pays around 30,000 cedis a month for electricity bill alone. As for water, we are lucky. We have installed our own water system, so water company does not get anything from us. But that means that the light bill goes up a little because we use electricity in pumping the water for use in the school. The lights out situation has even affected our school clinic. For example, a student will be being mobilized, and then it just goes off. You have to rush, go and put on the generator. Anything at all can happen to the students. And to this end, I'm appealing to government that if they can support all the secondary schools in some area, either the administration or the school kitchen, with a solar system, is going to help the schools a lot. Because many of us don't have IGF. Even if you have, it's very little that it cannot take care of these situations. So now that Dr. Kwokun has given the school administration this solar system, which was commissioned this afternoon, it means that our light bill is going to be reduced drastically.
Meanwhile, the school is setting the pace in exploring solar power to provide electricity for its administration block. It follows installation of a 15,000 megawatt solar panel by a philanthropist, Dr. Ernest Kwakun. He urges government to take up the challenge in all second cycle schools to ease the burden on their finances.
That the administration block here is a powerhouse and it consumes a lot of electricity, more than 50% of the electricity of the entire school, followed by the kitchen and then the classroom blocks. So if I've set this example by taking this administration block off the grid in excess of 60,000 cities, I think even from a private pocket, I think government can do more and either support people like me and my group, or they themselves make the right interventions and at least begin a project, a pilot project to take administration blocks of all senior high schools off the grid. And I think that it is going to help them. It's going to reduce their bills. It's going to ensure constant supply of electricity so that at least they can print their papers and do administration around the school.
Nana Sensumensa reporting.
It's still live on JoyNews desk. Still to come, we will be looking at what some people are saying about what our children should be taught in basic schools. Stay tuned.